Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko, and today I want to play some Weapon Vanessa. After reading the patch notes, it felt to me like, with the exception of Railgun Dually, all of the weapon-based rush builds that did fairly good in the previous patches, namely Crook Big, Ammo Vanessa, and One Weapon Vanessa, didn't really get nerfed at all. Some of them even got pretty meaningful buffs, and I feel like those were only not dominating the meta because they couldn't win against Fixer Upper. It basically hard countered them from day 8, and you ended up being very matchup dependent on whether or not you could actually close out your run. With Fixer Upper out of the way, at least in these opening days in the meta where no one really knows what they're doing, it feels to me like these weapon builds are going to dominate the meta. And today I'm sitting down to play some Weapon Vanessa and see how that goes. And while the run I'm about to show you gets off the ground incredibly quickly, it does not pan out quite right in the mid game. I think there's not a single Nufu in this run. My skills were largely atrocious until the very end, and I'm shocked that this run actually managed to win. The fact that it did make it to the finish line, though, really reinforces my belief that maybe weapon builds are going to dominate in this meta. But enough preamble, here's the run. Tell me what you think. Alright, first Vanessa run in the new patch. We have our starting kits of 2 medium bronze items and 2 bronze tier skills, or 1 silver tier skill, no L, just the first L, and 10 gold. The thing I want to do, right, my theory with the new patch, is that weapon builds for Vanessa and Crook Pig were both really good last patch. They were just hard countered by Fixer Upper starting around day 8, unless they were incredibly fast Weapon Vanessas. So those probably dominate the current meta, but they're also inherently better early game builds. I don't want to go to like super late game. I don't want to do this. I'm going to take the 2 medium bronze tier items, hope to get something good. Well, I do have left-handed down the line, and I have frontal shielding, which is better now for the scale mail, I suppose. Why am I even able to get neutral monster loot off of that? I don't know what I was looking for in my kit, but that wasn't it. I like this guy, but I think I have to go to Ayla. Find anything to use left-handed with to replace this harpoon.
My battle days are over, but my weapons crave more.
Well, that'll fucking do it, right? I kind of want to pick up the double barrel. I don't have the gold for it, and I can't have the gold for it. But that should just be good enough for day 1, I imagine. You're 8 seconds? I've never had this on a board before. Man, that thing sucks. Anyway, that'll be all with this shop. I only have enough to buy 1 item. If I am going lots of weapons, actually going Banana Ball and finding duct tape, just double triggering frontal shielding every time this goes off. There's just a 1 in 3 to basically guarantee a win on day 1. So yeah, obviously that. It's also just like not that bad. Blue Nanas is worth the same 1 gold most day 1 drops are, except it also gives me 20 max health. Medkit's the only real miss here. This is obviously a huge one if we hit the duct tape. Oh, hell yeah. That's a minor step up. I'm just gonna sell this for the +3 shield immediately. I don't need to yet. I might find the... Who is it? Quixel? No, Midsworth. What is Vanessa's new option in Jungle Ruins? Vanessa gets a small silver tier item. I just need any small item. I may as well take a silver tier win for free. Why is it always monster loot? We do need to swap these around though. Strange Mushroom is 4 gold or a neutral item. A neutral item is a weird way to phrase it. That's what the patch notes say? Yeah, a neutral item. I guess that's the official way it's termed. It's not actually monster loot. I'm very broke. I'm gonna go for 4 gold, actually. I feel pretty goddamn strong for day 1. I will sell this just for the shield. I was hoping for something faster than 9 seconds. That might be the slowest 1-slot item in the whole game. But I still feel like I'm probably gonna win just because I'm activating both of the endpoint skills here. He does have scaling, though. Kind of a lot of it, but I have much higher base values. Like, this is 100 swing every 5 seconds, which is kind of wild. Nah, we've got this. He does not have time to scale up enough. Oh, we're also slowing multiple things. I didn't even remember that Stinger slowed something. The only thing I know about Stinger is that it takes 9 seconds and it's not actually very good. Very close. Would have been very easy with any fast item, but that's an auto loss without hitting this off Banana Bolt, by the way. We would never have won that otherwise. Shielded for more life than I have. Thanks, duct tape. You're kind of incredible. I think we're going small items here. We need to find some stuff to fill out our board. This basically doesn't even count. Oh, silencer, huh? The issue is this all attaches to the left side and doesn't trigger the duct tape. I don't think bayonet's important. I'm gonna take silencer. I'm gonna take hand axe. We're gonna find something else. Honing steel's good enough. Silver illusory has nothing to do with me. I have no ammo for the cannonball. I have no ammo for the cannonball. So this goes to the left of that. The silencer, I guess, goes to the right of the stinger right now. No, we replace stinger with this. Okay, that's better. And we do honing steel silencer, stinger stays out. It's not great, but it's what we've got. Bronze cannonball probably isn't gonna open up anything for me. It's very good in conjunction with grenades and double barrels, but I'm so broke that I'm probably not buying those things if I pick up the cannonball. So I keep this. What's my new skill? The other hand, you say. So if I'm playing a damage build, right-handed is better, but just for winning days 2 and 3, scaling this duct tape that hard is kind of insane. I'm not gonna have another shield item. I take rear shielding here. This is gonna give me basically guaranteed wins for a couple of days. I don't really have great money for curio. Strange mushroom. I can take gold again. I'm honestly happy to do that. I can also take a neutral item. I just want gold. I want to be able to buy a crow's nest if I see one. Because this is something that wants to be a one item build. Like, obviously I want something on both sides of the duct tape, but it doesn't need to be that way. Yeah, we kill Rogue Scrapper, no problem. I don't even know what I'm thinking about. This is such an outrageous amount of shield for anyone, but especially for Vanessa on day 2. Left side and right side shield skills on a duct tape next to multicast. At 6 seconds, we already generated 150 shield. Dear Lord. Technically, we're weak to poison builds right now. I'm not sure if we're actually that weak to poison builds right now. We definitely want something faster than hand axe. Again, we were looking for, I don't know. I honestly don't know what the fast basic weapon I would use on Vanessa is. It doesn't even need to be a weapon, really. Seaweed would be fine, even though I have no aquatic items. It just needs to be quick. Rust is very good. That'll help anytime I encounter anyone playing a one item build. Non-weapon items can buff my silencer, buff my honing steel. Just taking a random silver tier doesn't feel great when I know it can give me monster items. I'm gonna go Kina. There's a lot of things I can get that are just much faster than this. Huh. I gotta take that, right? Like, sometimes you just see your destiny in front of you. You just do that. How could that be the wrong thing to do? Yeah, okay. We're just going hard into Cutlass immediately. The opening skills allowed it, we're doing it. We have no money, we go Mountain Pass. The income's very good. And I don't know if this is still the case. It used to be the case that you are much less likely to get fights on day 2. I'm gonna take the guaranteed income. It's very early in the run. This is gonna pay off a lot over the course of the run. So obviously duct tape downgrades a little bit, but with lifesteal on the Cutlass and 40% crit chance, my damage output is much better and my overall defenses are probably much better. Oh, that's not good. That grenade's running out and then your scaling means nothing. That is an auto loss. Excuse me, sir? 35% crit chance, huh? We're still fine. I was briefly terrified when my screen shook and my entire life bar emptied. That was a lot of damage. Not enough to kill me though. And we're back to full with 200 shield. I just have like, they have an 8% crit chance skill, which apparently didn't matter. I have 3 directly contributing things that are all fucking massive. This would be 18 shield and 10 damage without my skills. It's just wild how much every part of this build matters currently. I'll be sad when duct tape leaves, because it most certainly won't be staying forever. We do need more damage now. I really wish I had taken the other skill for more damage on the Cutlass at this point, but well. We have 576 shield on that duct tape. It's not like the skill I took isn't doing anything. It generated 240 shield. That's what these are worth. 240 shield, 240 shield, and the duct tape itself is worth remaining around 90. Still though, the skill we missed out on was 240 damage that could have been critting. What a menace for day 2. I'd be so upset if I ran into this. I'm just gonna take the 2 gold and bronze tier loot item here. So can I fill out my board meaningfully currently? I can lower the cooldown by 15%, which is pretty solid. Get damage scaling. I don't think I need to get medium items right now. I don't have a ton of gold. I'd run out immediately if I even found an item. I think I just take this fight and I beat literally any fight I can hit. Oh, Scout Trooper, you poor bitch. You think you stand a chance? There's a really weird, dumb argument that instead of scaling the cutlass, I'm better off triggering the duct tape. I don't think that's true. I'm probably better off with like a different small item on the other side of the duct tape, admittedly, but this is just more than good enough for now. Just as broken as I was on day 2, I'm probably gonna be more broken on day 3, because it's looking like I'm gonna be level 4 at the end of this day. I definitely will be, having gotten Scout Trooper as my day 1 hour. Oh God, this build is so messed up. I'm glad I just accepted my fate and bought this. Hina sells non-weapon items. That includes every single passive crit boost. I've got the gold for the Cove. Pearl is 4 speed. I do just need some small items to put on my board that aren't weapons to trigger the other side of this. I'm tempted by the Cove, because it will give me a lot of gold over the course of the run. It sucks, but I think I'm buying the Cove and then rolling. That's the problem. If I buy the Cove and roll, I can't really see myself affording anything else. So yeah, it'll be better later. I guess I'm fine now. That's the counterpoint. This is huge economy down the line. I'm taking it. And I'm taking the Pearl just 'cause I need something guaranteed next to the duct tape. And then after my fight, I'll decide what exactly I'm doing with my board. We definitely take Scout Trooper again. It's a one-sided fight as demonstrated earlier. I would probably like to get Gunner for max ammo. No, I'm happy just using the Cutlass. I don't need a different item. Yeah, there's nothing here I particularly care about. Crit chance is good. Wouldn't really care about getting gunpowder. Obviously that's inferior to Gunner. The build's a menace. I'm not sure what I'm looking for now. That's why I went for the Cove. I feel so strong right now that I'm just better off going for Cove. There are some cracked dually builds that can just kill me with burn where I wouldn't stand a chance even with the good duct tape. All right, that opens up some changes down the line, makes spices better as well. Upgraded bronze tier item or teach bronze tier skills. Right now I put this in here and I leave a space open, which sucks. Upgraded bronze tier items a lot worse than it used to be. I'll eventually find B1 and B2 and they'll just do it for me, right? Like normally, upgraded bronze tier item is pretty good. You just upgrade the silencer, but I don't need that right now. And someday B1 and B2 will show up. They're a silver event now. They're not that rare. I tend to see them multiple times a run. I'm actually gonna go to Pip here.
Not be the most masterful trainer,
crit chance, health, crit chance on the wrong items. I will roll that, hoping to get something more relevant. 4% crit chance isn't nothing, but I think 10 more shield. Oh no! Pearl doesn't work. We're gonna have to get rid of that Pearl. Get out of here.
Okay.
We will take rear shielding out of that lot.
Next time, I might surprise you.
We're gonna go to Andy. We need a small item that is not shielding or damaging and has a use time. I'm being very specific, and it's probably pissing Andy off, but oh well. I will sell these silver items that are not gonna get upgraded by B1 and B2 down the line. Take Vanessa's, roll. Okay, we did it. We have an item we can put next to duct tape. We can take Clamra. Its triggers at combat start, but after that is very slow, or we can just take Lighter. Lighter's very fast. It will give more shielding. The slow on Clamra is kind of shit. And I honestly don't like either of these items in the build long run, so I am gonna take Lighter. Duct tape's going crazy. Everything's scaling where it should be. We're up to 50% crit chance. I'm happy with this. Ah, shit, B1 and B2 are here early. This upgrades so many items on my board that I might cash in the Cove now, which means the Cove is a net loss. They're up against a shop I can't go to and a free weapon. A free weapon's worthless to me. I think the correct play is cash in the Cove. I hate it to bits, but it's what you do. So now we're up to 4-second cast time, 60% crit chance, and we get to at least make profit off of these things when we get around to selling them. Good luck, other Vanessa.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
I hesitate to imagine what could possibly be stronger than me on day 3. We've got a pufferfish build, so it will be ignoring my insane shielding. How much does barrel scale these days? Honestly, not that much. I think we outscale and kill with the cutlass, no problem. We should be able to scale up our healing enough that the poison won't kill us. Barrel is scaling up quite a lot, admittedly. We're still staying at full health. It's nowhere near killing us in between strikes. During Sandstorm, it just hurts him. I basically don't take Sandstorm damage. Not that we're getting to Sandstorm, apparently. Cutlass felt like critting multiple times right at the end after it had done all its scaling. Very fair. Actually, pretty good build, though. We do need to start finding more, but with my whole board at silver, thanks to B1, B2, I feel pretty good. Unfortunately, as we find more adjacency-based items, eventually the duct tape will go. Not happy about it, but it's fine. It's got me through what it needed to get me through. Kina's not great with the amount of gold I have, but she can hit upgrades for so many items on my board.
Discounts for peace.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, ideally. We're getting to the point where maybe duct tape's already wrong.
Guided me to what you needed.
Like, that's a lot of damage I'm currently not getting. I think I'd take my chocolate bars here. I weep. I wish that I had gotten Cove, or gotten this earlier and then gotten B1, B2 now. I don't have the money. I'm not giving up income, so we take chocolate bars. We shouldn't sell any more of that. We should wait in case we go to Barcoon. Ah, the Hellbilly. What a wonderful name. Blood Reef Raider. Giving up the EXP and gold sucks. Blood Reef Raider obviously has the ability to drop. Is it just the Crow's Nest? Does he have anything else I care about? It is just the Crow's Nest at 1 in 7. So I'm giving up 1 experience and 1 gold for a 1 in 7 chance at an upgraded Crow's Nest. It's not going to affect whether I level up today or not. I think that's worth. 20% crit chance currently matters. Yeah, okay. I think, well, I can phrase that differently, right? Is it worth spending 7 gold and 7 experience to guarantee I get Crow's Nest? No, not even a little bit. So I guess risk reward analysis, I did it wrong. I was like, a 1 in 7 chance isn't that bad. But if I just multiply the cost for what I'm actually paying, I do this 7 times, draw 7 runs, I lose 7 gold, I lose 7 experience, I get a Crow's Nest. This is not correct. I should have just fought the other guy. The powder flask is potentially very, very good though. I will be keeping this for most of the run in case I hit like energy potion.
My training is about letting go of what holds you.
We have iron sharpens iron,
You're ready for that?
toxic, and lifting. I don't have any sources of poison to scale toxic. I don't have the income to do either of these. I'm just gonna re-roll that. Yeah. I mean, immolating spark puts damage on the lighter that is not entirely negligible. I'm doing immolating spark, but honestly, there's an argument to skip here or take regen.
But I'll keep you as long as I can.
If I go to Ayla, the only weapon I want is a cutlass, and it's not even major, and I can't afford it. 3 spare change is fine, I suppose, if unimpressive. Sadly, I'm not really doing an ammo build. I'm gonna take 2 gold and a weapon? No, 2 gold and a tool. Yeah, not so much on that one. Is Harpoon ever hitting the build? Is that even remotely viable? No. Oh, that's not true. When I went to Ayla, I could have found a shovel, but still, that was so specific that it's probably not worth pursuing. Not generating any resources at start of day, so I can just start the fight.
Go ahead.
And even though I didn't really improve my build that much today, I mean, I'm probably still just incredibly strong. I would probably consider dropping Honing Steel for a small, fast item to put on the other side of Duct Tape and getting the starting damage. Also, dear God, 300 is a lot, isn't it? Isocoric Freezer is fucking ridiculous. 20% crit, huh? I'm surprised that kills. I want to watch that one more time. Was it unlucky freezes, or is it just like actually much stronger than I gave it credit for? Railgun is at its least nerfed at silver, but... Oh, is the cooldown still 10? Yeah, it is. Oh, was it in the process of going off when it froze, or did it just go off? I'm curious. All right, so after the first time I hit, I get frozen, and then it never goes off again. Yeah, I just take 2 hits, one of them a crit, basically back to back, which is more health than I have. And because I'm being interrupted, I'm not getting any like stockpile of shield. Rough. Railgun's a mid-game menace still. Maybe not really mid-game. Day 3 is still decidedly early game. We go monster skills every time. Let's see what he's got for us.
They've been honing for eons.
Well, if I go true one weapon build, Counter-Strike's pretty good. Spending 8 gold on a roll sucks a lot. If I roll, I can't even afford a silver skill without liquidating, and then I'll be basically all of my gold. I think I just take Counter-Strike there.
These are beautiful, even the slimy ones.
I can liquidate about 10 gold at JJ's, but just going to Fins and taking the shield bite seems pretty damn good.
Body and soul.
We should kill Gorgon Noble, no problem, no need to stop.
You'd make a
So what am I looking to do right now? Find a better, more meaningful source of scaling for this. That means better crit scaling, that means something happening repetitively over time. I do want to hold on to this duct tape for the foreseeable future. If I find something like sharp corners, then this can become a source of scaling for me. But realistically, I don't want that to be how I scale my things, because if I'm doing that, then I'm not attaching the silencer, I'm not getting the damage, I'm not putting anything like a sextant there for crit chance. Feels like the wrong way to go about it. But if it's the option I've got, it's the option I'll take. Silver tier ammo, I'm gonna take the loot item, I suppose. Toss a coin. Small items, work at the docks, non-weapon items. There's a lot of non-weapons I want, and this time I actually feel like I have the money to afford them. Bonus XP. The 10% crit chance is pretty weak. You know, I do have a large item. Only 1 second at silver. Oh man, I'm not sure that's worth it, silver. I'm gonna liquidate all of this now except for the medkits. So I'm definitely buying something here. Am I? I thought I was, but like 50% uptime? Not even that, because it doesn't full haste itself. It basically needs to be gold to be any good. At silver, it's not worth doing. I wouldn't use an upgrade on this when I get it next level at 7. I would use that on Crow's Nest. I am going to take this, but it doesn't hit board. It's just passive XP gain.
Our energies resonate.
Sadly, not a lot of use happening there. I will take Disguise, though, just see if it randoms into something useful.
Friend,
He's back! He disguised himself as an item in the shop! Get the fuck out of my inventory. I shouldn't have sold them yet, but I'm mad at them. Obviously, I should have held them in case I see mids work. Thank God. Tox Clocks can find me a Sextant. Sextant's very good.
Time not to buy this.
Can't really see pufferfish happening here. I am going to roll. Hey! Is there any world where I end up using Trebuchet and switching out of Crow's Nest? No, I don't have the crit chance to like use Sextant plus Trebuchet because the Crow's Nest takes up too much space. I'm definitely taking Sextant here. The issue is when Sextant goes onto my board, I cannot actually put it adjacent unless I give up my permanent scaling. If I do that, then I am a one weapon build, super vulnerable to disruption, but it's also 3.8 seconds, hasted, very likely, super high crit chance. It seems like the thing to do. I throw down the lighter just to give myself something. 20% crit chance because of the Sextant is going to be worth more than the duct tape, I think. I will hold on to the duct tape, but for now, I think this is the best thing I have going into the next fight. Against Pig, I feel pretty unstoppable. Maybe if he's got a gold crook, I die, but other than that, I don't really see him winning.
Are you sure? Have you noticed?
He has flashy reload, doubt he'll be making much use of it, paralytic poison, with the no poison you would expect. He's got a lot of scaling on this flail. I don't think it'll matter. I think he dies before it really comes into play. If I keep missing my crits though, that's going to be a problem. Oh, the lighter is eating my haste charges. That's the reason I shouldn't have run it. It's not that I'm missing my crits. I wasn't looking at his health. I was looking at the amount of haste I was getting on Cutlass. Lighter is eating them. Yeah, that's not ideal. Recap, looks like it did exactly 100% crit chance. I was just looking at this and seeing one haste, nothing. One haste, nothing. Forgot the lighter was there. Just very dumb sometimes. The lighter has to go. Losing half of my haste, and which is a massive amount of damage uptime, isn't worth. We go non-weapon items. If we hit, like, Swashbuckle, we don't even have the gold for Swashbuckle. We can make the gold for Swashbuckle. Yeah, I'll go Kina. We can get upgrades to what's currently on board, and we can get Swashbuckle. We go Disguise, and we're not thrilled about it. I'm gonna toss these heal items. They're not gonna matter. The lighter is more likely to come into play.
Your aura guided me to what you...
Toolbox, shield 30, crit chance 20. Your other tools or their cooldowns reduced by 10%. That is irrelevant to my interest. He's back. Damn shame. None of that's gonna help me. A lot of lighthouses this run. Kinda wish I'd went for a lighthouse run, but oh well. JJ, I have plenty of items I would like to upgrade. Do you have what I need? He has something. I don't have a friend, a tool, or an ammo item to put on board. So this seems like a trap presently. I'm gonna roll that. Silver Cove is back. I don't really have any items to sell presently. I don't have any money to like start rotating things. I think this cove is just as much of a trap as the last one.
Buy, don't buy, as long as we get to hang out.
You get to upgrade a silver tier or lower item, which means this, which brings us to 95% crit chance. Seems like the play.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Do we kill Infernal? This thing hits for 210 times 2, 100% haste. Absolutely, we kill Infernal. 70 is not a high number, but when you're dealing 6 times 70 and your cast time is half of 3.8, yeah, it's a pretty fucking high number. I'll admit my burn does get a little bit higher than I was expecting, but I am at full health all the same. Oh, not even. Almost full health. It's about to get very sketchy at the end there. You know what? That deserves to be on the board, actually. B1 and B2 are back. I don't have any bronze items for them, though. That is Barcoon, and it's why I didn't sell these this time.
Oh, hello. I mean, welcome to my business.
Ballista and Golden Repeater, huh? Man, Repeater's a hype item. It's very, very good, but this is not the run for it. That's gonna be a roll. Star chart, huh? I have no scaling for it. If I get 10% more crit elsewhere, I can drop this, drop the magma core, move the silencer away and put the star chart next to this, but right now, losing all of that scaling isn't viable. The speed increase is tremendous. I think this is a buy and float it angle.
Well, okay. Here.
Oh wait, you buy small items for extra money. Oh, that's my pig brain kicking in. I'm normally floating a ton of small items.
I made a sale.
I will give him the lighter.
It's like the baby birds.
I think there's no world where duct tape hits the board again. There really isn't. It is possible for ammo horn to hit board though. Yeah, I thought that I'd be keeping the duct tape on for longer. I underestimated how awkward it would be because of the adjacency rules of everything you want in a one weapon build. I definitely should have taken the other handed skill. That was a mistake, and I don't think I won anything because of it. Also, there's Midsworth, the one I should have actually sold that shit to for 4 gold. Small and large items are relevant to my interest. And I can roll and then buy a small item still, so I'm happy to do this. Well, you can have my gold, I guess.
Nothing I can do about your poor judgment.
I still feel damn strong, and this guy's at 1 win, so I'm expecting to take the win.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. My fight isn't with you, but
He is poison, Vanessa. What is his defenses? It looks like a bronze seaweed and a singular pearl, huh? He's dead as shit. It's possible that Shark Ray's gonna scale more than I'm expecting it to, that he has more haste than I think, but I'm pretty sure he's just, yeah, completely dead. The slow is interrupting. I think I must have missed a crit there, which is why I completely fell off, but yeah, not a big deal. We definitely need to find some more skills though. Right now, we're looking for a source of scaling and we have straight nothing. Yeah, 7 haste, 8 uses. That part where I dropped when the slow was active was because I also ran out of haste. I think you go crit skills here every time. There's gotta be something other than just the crit scale weapon damage. Obviously, an Exorable is gonna get me over 100% crit chance. But I don't think it's the right call, because it's gonna take a very long time for it to allow me to strip out Vanessa's amulet, and I really desperately need scaling. It's also most of my gold to swap. If I take this, it gets me to 100% crits. It gets me to 99% guaranteed on my next fight, and then forever from now, it replaces Vanessa's amulet. Like literally 5 days. That's so little. I'm rolling and trying to hit the scaling items. When you crit with an item, it gains 5% crit chance for the fight, 10% crit chance. Oh. Well, I'll take 10% crit chance, but I'm not thrilled about it. Like, we're at 100%, that's great. But, I was really hoping for when you crit, gain damage on your weapons. An upgraded cutlass is only 10 more damage. I'm not convinced I'd even want to do that. I'm just gonna take the chocolate bars. I'm gonna take the fight every time here. Or not. Golden piranhas, you say. Not exactly what I was looking for. I don't think you can beat Chili Charles with a single weapon build. But I can throw some random shit on my board, and I think that actually does cause me to win. Like, these items do nothing. I really should have put them in the correct places because this piranha is eating a huge amount of damage off my cutlass, but we're probably still fine. We might not still be fine. You know what? I don't think we're fine. So it looks like you need 4 items to avoid being massively disrupted. And considering 2 of my items do literally nothing, and I've gimped the 1 item I've got, am officially massively disrupted. Also, the piranha eats my lifesteal, so my odds of winning a fatigue are much worse as well. Absolutely threw super hard here. Hopefully we get most of the gold, but it doesn't look like that's happening either. We only got 2 of the gold. Well, lesson learned. I knew this was bad with small items. If I'd arranged this correctly, I've gotten a bit more gold, but yeah. Well, lesson learned. Looks like you need 4. I can get an upgrade on Sexton at Orion. Not sure that's a huge deal. I feel fairly broke. If I go here and get a Sexton, I will have nothing left, and the Sexton's a minor upgrade, so I'm gonna take the poison item instead. I can go pole, but even if I sold everything, I wouldn't be able to afford a crow's nest. Also, I don't really need it either. Yeah, I'm gonna go here, work for a tool. Oh, right, I have Star Chart, I'm Vanessa. Yeah, 5 gold and an experience has gotta be better than a random tool. I sell these now in case it does have some impact on the fights. And do my best to forget about that predicament with Chili Charles and the fact that I've thrown away a level up and should be a level higher. I'm coming in at level 8 and my opponent's at 9 because he is not the idiot that I am. Holy shit. I'm just dead. Oh my god. So what exactly happened here? Rightmost item plus 9 burn, all items plus 4 burn. So that's 4, 8, 17 getting added from skills plus the base values, and then all of his board and burns being multiplied and healing. Jesus Christ. This is what you can expect to happen when you fail to progress your board for several days. I don't think my missed level impacted that outcome too much. That guy's board was absolutely wild.
Reward the peaceful, punish the...
Stockline's good. Stocklines is pretty goddamn good. I can't field it right now, but I want those dock lines as a potential thing I do down the line if I get some more crit chance.
Energy's resonating.
See, the issue here, I have to buy that just in case like it affects how my board lines up. I can remove this exit, but then I'm not hasted. Grumble, grumble. I think that is an aerodrome. I'll take Curio. Any flat damage scaling is great for this build. Toss these fish. Pick up rocket boots to make Sextant give so much more haste. And then any damage scaling I can get is valuable. I have nothing that slows presently.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
Don't think 20 max health is worth the gold to me. It probably is.
Now that's a bargain.
That's more crit chance, that does matter.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar. That's been sitting there 20 years.
So what did we get to here? 121. Which isn't quite full crit. But if we could do that, now that this is hasting for 2 seconds, this going off would haste both items more than every 2 seconds, so it would be full haste uptime and massive disruption. I don't have full crit, but I think that's the play. It also makes me more resistant to anything that slows and disrupts in that way. Well, let's give it a shot. Very good Curio shot. There's no way this kills Dragon, right? This guy has like 2,500 or health or something, like a ton of health. The dock lines are really damn good. I actually think I kill Dragon. The full haste dock lines are the reason I think I can do this. What? Did I just miss 2 9%? Well, silly fucking me. That's a substantial delay in startup time. I think I was just wrong and I was never beating Dragon. Yeah, with the 1,200 health left, I was just incorrect. But missing both crits on the start is a little bit troll. Alright, having lost day 7 and 8 fights, or sorry, 6 and 8 fights, like getting it over my head, I think I've just thrown the run at this point. Gonna toss the magma core, take 3 spare change, because there's nothing at small items that goes into the board anymore. Medium items can give swashbuckle, which is so much damage that it changes how I plan to build. Do I want that shovel? I want that shovel. No, because buying it prevents me from buying swashbuckle on the next page. Which isn't here, but it's not a huge deal not to have the shovel, and missing a potential swashbuckle would have been crippling. It's literally so much damage. It's tripling my damage if I hit a swashbuckle there. Well, I think I'm just straight up weak at this point. Against Square Pig, I can full slow the board. Against One Item Pig, I can full slow the board. Against like matchboxes, I think I'm just 100% dead. That is a shame. Of all of the things you could have been, you decided to be Solar Farm Matchbox Pig. Oh my god, it's disgusting. It's so fucking strong with the Ruby. +4 burn on Matchbox is massive, but also his Matchbox is already at 9. Base gold Matchbox, I believe, is 6. Combine that with the full haste build from Solar Farm. What a disgustingly effective build. I feel like I'm encountering some pretty strong opponents. Not necessarily a terrible Vanessa run. I've made some obvious pilot errors. But I don't think this build is as weak as it's performing in fights right now. Alright.
Space is my canvas, and time
Fix
is
it.
paint.
That's not really fixing it, to be honest. It does have higher burn. I can just enchant again immediately. I don't think this burn is going to be enough to win. If I get Obsidian, we double damage. If we get Toxic or Fiery, we strike downgrade. If I get Shiny, I get 50% more damage. If I get Deadly, I get nothing. If I get Radiant, I'm resistant to disruption. Restorative is more durable. Shielded is massively more durable. Turbo allows me to cut the Sextant and make a better build that way. Icy is honestly not that impressive, and Heavy is honestly not that impressive. I think this is good enough that I can't enchant over it. It's gotta be random enchant on the Crow's Nest.
Favorite color? Mine is sadness.
Shielded. And it is massively shielded thanks to those two. When you crit with a weapon, shield 90 is not even close to nothing. With this being shielded and triggering these skills, I don't think I would want to cut the Crow's Nest anymore, not that I have anything resembling the ability to do so. So, Enclave Revenant, let's try to stop throwing our fights. I'm down 4 experience and probably no gold, actually, but 4 experience is fairly major. Just straight up half a level behind curve. And in the old patches, I might be like, oh, but I always click experience events, so I might still be ahead of my opponents. But in this patch, there are no experience events to click. I am not going to be ahead of anyone. At least it's 8 gold. Can't be too mad about that. We go Curio every time. Shadowed Cloak is scaling. Anything else that is literal damage is something I want. I think I keep Gunpowder in case I find spices down the line. It's not exciting, but probably need it. Salamander's actually very good now. I don't think regen's going to matter. I have nothing that slows, and I can't afford to hold it trying to. This second page is bit shit, Curio. Where the feathers at? Or the rest of the damage buffs, or the Shadowed Cloak. Like, most of his stock is insane for me. We go Pearl here every time. I don't know that there's anything I can find that be that good. Like, normally the reason you care about Powder Flask is to permanently haste your board, but like, I've only got 2 items and they're already permanently hasted. These are decidedly not gonna be it. 6% CDR is not nothing. But I think we can do better. On the other hand, it is like meaningfully good. It's about 0.15 seconds off after I get rid of the silencer, put it back on. I think I just take the Insect Wing.
Magnificent find.
I think it's very likely I spend a lot of gold for something that's on the whole worse. Down to 3.5 seconds. That also makes it a good bit easier to maintain haste up time if I get hit with disruption, which Dooley is likely doing.
Not to squabble with nobodies.
Final dose, Diamond, huh? That Kim Snail's fucking furious. What do you mean he has 46 poison? Why does he have 46 poison? Like, I see 12 of it. Where's the other 32 from? We are slowed into the ground over here, and it's very bad for me. What was the slow from, actually? Slow 1 item for 3 seconds, and that's just like all it took? Oh, it's Toxic Kim Snail. It only got to 23, and most of that 23 is right here. Okay, I understand the Kim Snail now. I didn't realize it was enchanted. And also, that enchant 100% is the reason I died. It's a damn shame I got shielded Crow's Nest right before going into the first Toxic match.
I know the eastern sky.
I do want to watch the replay and see just how severely disrupted I got. Oh, I see what's happening. Because I'm slowed and hasting, what ends up happening is I get half uptime on standard speed and then I'm slowed. And I'm never hasted, so it just sort of compounds on itself. Yeah. If I hadn't had dock lines here, I'd have had full uptime on the Fiery Cutlass and maybe won. Like, the logic's supposed to be that dock lines makes me more resistant to this, but I'm still just full slowed, and instead of dealing damage and winning, it killed me. I think dock lines is actually making the build worse. Also, I've been forgetting I have dock lines. I just passed over table leg because I forgot dock lines was on my board. Visit a random enchantment location. What does Heavy, Sextant, and Silencer do? A random enchant on the Sextant is pretty terrible. Same for Silencer. Heavy on the Sextant is when you crit slow too. I think I just have to take the heavy sextant. Unless there's something in my inventory I'm forgetting about. Not really. Yeah. That helps my disruption a lot. So would remembering to buy the table legs that I've just been passing up on. That would be massively improved. Vanessa skills, please. Don't really have weapons to load Fury into. I think you just take Stunning Strike here. It's only at silver, but it's still good enough. Maybe I should have taken an X roll for a 100% crit chance. That would have made sense. I'm just coping and imagining I can get it somewhere else, like at Monster Ranch. No crit, huh? Well, there's no crit here directly, but I can upgrade Hammer the Heavy Sextant to get to 100%. I think that's gotta be the approach. As much as I want the CDR on that feather, I cannot afford to miss these crits.
Now this will inspire the crew.
What items am I even looking for? Docklines upgrade? That's pretty specific. Yeah, I'm gonna toss the ammo support and just take chocolate bars. I don't think I beat Vulcus Enforcer on account of being a single item build. False Haro can give me Assault Focus, which is a very good skill. When any non-weapon item is used, slow it for 2 seconds. It's not great for my dock lines, but frankly, fuck the dock lines. They probably are the reason I lost the previous fight. Because when I use them against heavy disruption opponents, instead of disrupting my opponent, I end up disrupting myself. They make me better against freeze, but massively worse against slow. B1, B2, huh? Kinda wish these guys stopped showing up around day 10, but I get that you can miss them for a long time. Oh yeah, we go middle for medium items, try to upgrade dock lines. I'll take 10 damage on the cutlass, that's perfectly fine.
Bring it back. I want you to be happy.
I should have looked at Powder Keg. Well, I have the dock line, so that's fucking sick. That's fantastic. My disruption is actually very, very good now. The issue is my build as a whole is, like, I could see this going 10 wins if I were at 9 wins right now. Currently, I don't feel great about this. I'm gonna take the temp damage because I feel like it's necessary for my damage at the minute. Another 5 on Vanessa. This one's been winning later than I have.
It makes this more fun.
I've genuinely forgotten if I've died already. I think I have. Ah, yes, you're using dock lines as well. No freezing, really, so it's just a mistake to have run my own dock lines. Oh wait, because this is up to 3 seconds, I'm actually managing to maintain full haste up time even though I'm slowed and counteract their slow. That's actually very substantial. Good, good, good. I wasn't really thinking about getting full haste up time when full haste up time against disruption when I upgraded this, but I'm glad I did now. Gold tier loot item, let's see what we get. I guess I'm taking chocolate bars again. Medkit, wow, thanks. I'm not spending the gold on diamond. I want to spend that at skill vendors. Which I don't think I've seen a single Nufu in this entire run, have I? I'm taking tip boost, I'm using it for damage. It is going to meaningfully impact my odds of winning the PvP fight at the end of the day. I don't think I beat Void Colossus. I want that experience. But I've lost a lot of fights already. Permanent slow, lots of burn by the time I'm done with him, lots of shield to protect me against his burn. 3 experience is a lot. It's the difference in leveling and not leveling. So I'm gonna go ahead and come here. When you burn, charge a shield at him. Yeah, I thought it was when you shield, charge a burn item. Void Rage is 100% haste up time for sure. Worst possible RNG, but we got enough burn to make it work. Thank God. If this were the other way around, it'd be absolutely insane. Plus 5 burns a lot, but not enough for me to like build around it in any capacity. Upgrade an item and teach gold skills. I can upgrade this. It's obviously good. I don't think I win the run with that. I need skills for scaling. My skills are atrocious. So I'm gonna go Odin because the CDR off this is not enough to win the run. Jesus Christ, the skills this run are so cursed. I mean, I'll take crit chance In case I find Swashbuckle, I guess. Swashbuckle can't ever enter the build. This is technically making my build worse because it makes Grandmaster less likely to hit something relevant, but I'll take the 10% crit chance. There's nothing at Andy for me, really. We go epic battle, try to level up and get something that does help. We do know we beat him now. Oh, man. The build's not terrible, but I'm having such a hard time envisioning how it gets over the finish line. Void Rage is at least good. Anything I get here is reasonable money. If I get Eye of the Colossus, can I build with that?
Walk it.
I don't want 6 burn, really? That's a definite curio from me. We're gonna take this off the board, toss the random small things. We are going to get a wing, put that on you. It's worth the health, I think. This is damage scaling, but it's absolutely awful damage scaling, and it's just worse than the Sextant by a mile. So there's no way it's happening.
You're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
At least this is a good curio, and it's giving me a lot of damage to scale.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
The crit chance is kind of just gross overkill and not really relevant, though.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Okay. Pretty substantial upgrades. We're up to 127 damage and 24 burn on the Cutlass, down to 3.4 seconds. At least it was a good curio. Adira, help me out here. Noisy Cricket's not going to happen. Poison skills are wholly irrelevant to my interest. 12 burns, not nothing. Oh. We did it. The first 10 times you slow. When this goes off, it slows twice with Heavy Sextant. It is going to go off at the same time as slow 3, which will then be hasted. Charge 1 item for, you know, it's the whole build. Thank you, Adira. It's not Knife Tricks, which is what I came in here looking for, but it is damn good. All right, I can definitely see myself losing. The build's not insane, but that skill massively improves it.
I may be young for a captain.
As soon as my Cutlass goes off, it should self-chain and go off several times. However, Stunning Strike might just mean I automatically lose. What's your crit chance? Not great, but you have a lot of them. All right, that was good enough. It ran out of charges by the look of it, and as it ran out of charges, he died to the burn. Which means we're not gonna have enough damage for day 12 at the higher levels. But that was absolutely vicious. It went off 4 times with all of these charging effects going off with it. Very nice. Yeah, I think that was all the uses of slow burn. I'm not 100% sure. There might have been 1 or 3 left, depending on whether or not slow burn itself follows the internal cooldown. But that was pretty much the full extent of my burst, which was just enough to deal 4,500. He did have 384 burn, which is substantial, but I need way more damage than that. We are nowhere near there yet. We have to find scaling. I found burst. Damn glad I found the burst, but we're not done. I guess I'm going middle. I don't think I'm gonna find anything that improves my build at middle. I think all of this does what it needs to do and isn't getting replaced. I'm gonna go Security Center just for gold so I can spend it at Nufu if I find like a diamond item. Artisan Dunes is actually fantastic. I'm given a choice of 2 burn or 10 damage. I think 10 damage is the way to go there. Arkan should be an easy kill. No reason to go anywhere else. And he should die instantly. I get a better chance to watch how this plays out. Yeah, it looks like there's an ICD on the way this works, which is actually better for me. If there was no ICD, the 0.4 would be eating the 3rd use of it. But instead, it goes off 3 times over 0.6 seconds, and it doesn't eat the 4th use. Unwavering is what we wanted out of that fight. We have a ton of shield generation. Every time I use this, I generate 90 plus 40. I generate 260 shield every time I use this. Additionally, I'm generating shield every time Dock Lines goes off too. It's pretty solid. I don't want to guarantee gunpowder. Gunpowder is the worst loot item for me. I do want to go to Curio though. I am all about that shop.
I see buried treasure.
I'm gonna remember to buy the improvised bludgeon this time.
Now that's a bargain.
Gold sharpening stone, sign me up. All right, let's see what else we can get. Bit of damage, bit of cooldown reduction, bit more damage.
Doing your part to clean up
I'll take the shield on the crow's nest. Roll that. Should I have looked at proboscis even a little bit? I should have looked at it a little bit before deciding not to do it. The fact I didn't think about it was a mistake.
Reuse everything. Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Oh, should I have buffed this slow duration here instead of the dock lines? Absolutely, that was a mistake. Well, at least I buffed something slow duration this time. Up to 131 and 25 on the cutlass. Respectable numbers, but not like instantly kill a man numbers. What hero merchant can possibly make my build better? What item gets replaced? That's what I thought. Let's take the economy. Nothing that scales on gold, no reason to sell it yet. Dooley on Death's Door. Dooley tends to be weak to one weapon builds, but he also tends to have the highest disruption, so it's really about who goes off first. Tools of the trade. I'm not seeing the freeze, so I think he is just dead. His defenses are absolutely not there. Yeah, got him. Made it to 7 wins. I would like to thank Slow Burn, because it's actually a very fast burn. Gumballs gets me a little bit of damage. I'm not very wealthy. I'm gonna keep taking random items just because I need the economy, because if Nufu actually does exist and I ever find him, I don't have the money to afford his shit right now. What's this do? Wow, that's that is the worst scaling item I've ever seen. It is certainly a scaling item. Okay. I'm gonna get the chocolate bars. All right, Orlin, come on. Give me the scaling.
Not a warrior. I am just a man.
Oh, regen and poison skills, huh? That's not it, Chief. I can get 9 more burn. Adjacent weapons gain the damage, huh? Okay, I'm taking the burn. I guess this cutlass is just a burn delivery system. I thought I got it to deal direct damage, but I'm actually using it to stack the burn. This guy's a big bag of hit points. We get a good chance to see how much damage he actually deals. I mean, by he, I mean the cutlass. He has 8,888. Once my cutlass stops instantly charging itself, what's he gonna be at? Okay, 2,300 with 600 burn, and then it goes off again shortly thereafter. I can probably get through 10,000 health pretty damn fast. The build's not insane, but it is good enough. I'm gonna go temp boost and take the damage. I think that's very relevant to my chance of winning. Rare event, there are so many things here that are crazy. Dooley is not one of them. Is there even a point to rolling on Dooley? No, there's no possible item that's hitting this board to make me change. That's a definite weapon skills.
Good meat.
What is with the poison synergy? Temporal strike is not important. I've already got the full slow trigger off of the heavy section and dock lines. I'm just going to roll this and hope for scaling. Don't have large weapons. I don't have adjacent weapons. Dude, the skills this run have been so cursed, except for slow burn. Thank you, God, slow burn. And now with Final Flame, we actually are building into a burn build, but like, I don't think my enemies will have more health than me for long. But like, yeah, you take Berserker. It could be the reason you win.
Less weak. Ryokon is proud.
Sorry, Tiny Cutlass, I've got the big brother Cutlass already. All right, again, I feel decent against Dooley, depending on the quantity of freeze that he has. I don't see the freeze skills. I think we're good. Oh. Start of combat slow on Isocoric Freezer. Our odds went up substantially. Never even had time to go off. Did deal a shitload of damage though. Why did this instantly trigger? Hold up, I actually do want to see what happened there. Oh, use your friends? Yep, that'll do it. He's using crit core to scale crit on cybersecurity as his only friend, battery to charge it with intrusion countermeasures. That is a cool build. Didn't work. That was basically a 50-50 to win, I think. If I hadn't gotten him immediately. Maybe not. This might be a guaranteed win. I'm not sure. It's neither here nor there. We did win in the end. I'm gonna keep going chocolate bars, I think. I don't want any new weapons. I have enough gold to buy a diamond skill. Oh shit, we're up to level 17. Those are real numbers. Going to take temp damage every single time here. I really don't want to fight Vulcus Enforcer and find out I can't kill him, but these guys have literally nothing for me. I think I just kill Vulcus Enforcer. Like, as soon as my weapon goes off, he dies. And he shouldn't chain freeze. That's not how he functions. Yeah, easy. Why is this frozen? What? Oh, so he has something that only freezes small items. I see. Taking the diamond tier loot item, hoping for the best. I don't know if sharpening stone or hammer is the best. It's... Didn't that specifically say diamond tier loot item and not gold or diamond? Well, I feel a bit robbed now. This is an easy fence big bites, and we buff the shield on the crow's nest. Well, I don't get a level up. I have forgotten if I died. Technically, the right play is probably to like click one of these. But I'm gonna gain 2 XP in case I'm misremembering and haven't died. Oh, I have. It's the random enchantment on the crow's nest. All right, it is a pig who is also on death's door. I think this build fucks up most pigs. I think we're well poised to win this.
Underestimate me. It makes this
I don't think I saw a single Nufu this run. Tall buildings. He has a flamethrower that is fucking massive and caltrops. I think we're fine. We have lifesteal, huge burn. Flamethrower doesn't exist. It can't hurt me. My random freeze hit it. I don't know if I'm supposed to win that. I'm at basically full health. So if the flamethrower had gone off, I still kill him, I think. This dealt 3,400, but it just got lifestealed off the cutlass. 864 burn is massive. The Atlatl dealt a ton of damage, but not enough to really get through. 1,200 shield in the crow's nest is actually a disappointingly low amount. Yeah, the disruption from these is a big deal. My start of combat freeze, or not my start of combat, my relatively quick freeze with stunning strike. Let's hit the replay. How much exactly did that matter? This is 4.3 seconds. Oh, I have start of combat slow off Rust, which is going to in turn trigger this and make this go off at 2.3 seconds instead of 3.3. I'm faster than I thought I was. This combat happened so fucking quickly. I'm winning almost instantly with almost all of my health left. I'm like, wait a second, should I have died? Did I get lucky? We're gonna watch this on its second way through the bar, because that's what the ATM should be doing. Around here, the fiery flamethrower should be going off. With any freeze, we kill him. That was actually guaranteed win. It didn't matter when I froze. It just looked important at the time. Good job, Cutlass. You pulled through. The dock lines that originally fucked me and cost me a loss because I was getting heavily disrupted did heavily disrupt my opponents eventually. I got enough haste that slow no longer just killed me, and it became core to the build with slow burn. Pulled through. Good job, build. Happy with you. It's not particularly new, but it is rock solid. I feel like the build would have been so much better if I just hadn't invested in the duct tape meme. If I had taken right-handed instead of whichever shield skill came later, we could have done so much better. But at the end of the day, Fiery Cutlass with slow burn and a ton of slow was good enough. I think the shielded Crow's Nest did nothing, but if we'd gotten Deadly Crow's Nest, Shiny Crow's Nest, or Obsidian Crow's Nest, those would have all been much more relevant. Obsidian Crow's Nest is only like 40 damage when you crit. It's actually really underwhelming. Obsidian's way better on active items. But yeah, good run. Fiery Cutlass just doing the work. Something I hadn't been thinking about is Counter-Strike charging the very few items I have, helping me out in other mirror matches where my opponent is very quick. Oh, you know what? That might not have been a guaranteed win. if I had frozen the Atlatl, Counter-Strike wouldn't have gone off as much and I might have lost. One way or another though, we made it through final boss Crook Pig and we got the 10 wins. I'm glad we did, because I've had this build since day 2. I wanted to stick with it, I wanted it to do well. It just felt like I found no scaling for so long. I had so many level up vendors where the best I could do was like 10% crit or 10% crit, and I'm already sitting at 102% crit before either of those. We just got to a point where we had enough flat damage to do it, but that felt sketchy. I'm glad we made it through. I'm done rambling. I've had a great time with this run. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did make it this far, I'd encourage you to subscribe. I will be posting daily Bazaar content, hopefully usually with runs a little bit less bog standard than this one. If you could also hit the like button, leave comments, that sort of thing, it really does help the channel grow, and being a new channel, I could use the boost of the algorithm. Anyways, peace, I'll see you in the next one.